Hello friends, it's Miss Becca again. I'm so excited to get to spend some time with you again before summer vacation. I can't believe it's almost summer. So last time we got together, we tried one of my favorite fruits. And since then, I've been having it in smoothies a lot. And I've also had it on pizza. And I've also had it in salsa. Does anyone remember what we tried? Or what I tried and maybe you tried? That's right. We tried pineapple. Did anybody get to try pineapple at home since they saw me last? Or maybe you tried something that was yellow, like a pineapple? Or maybe you tried something that was in the tropical fruit family, which is where the pineapple is. Anyone do that? Awesome. Give yourself a round of applause if you tried something at home. That's amazing. Before we get going today and learn about our new fruit or vegetable of the month, I wanted to do a little review of this. This is called My Plate. We've seen this a lot. And I thought it would be cool to see if we could use My Plate to decide if my lunch is going to be a nutritious lunch or maybe it needs some things added to it. So let's take a look at what ingredients I put into my sandwich today for lunch and see if I'm going to have a healthy meal. To build a healthy meal, we want to try to have at least 3 of our My Plate food groups. So let's take a look and see if I did that. All right, so here are all the ingredients that were in that sandwich that I just showed you. I have bread, cheese, spinach, apple slices, which I love on sandwiches, and on the side I have some carrot sticks. So what food groups do those all fit into to make up my sandwich lunch? Awesome. So the cheese goes in our dairy food group. There's one. Our apples go in which food group? Exactly, our fruit food group. Our carrot sticks and spinach go in the same food group. Which one is that? Very good, the vegetables. And our bread, which food group does that grow in? We don't talk about that one a lot. Very good, it's our grains food group. So how many food groups do I have there? 1, dairy, 2, fruit, 3, vegetables, 2 different vegetables, and 4 grains. So do I have a healthy lunch? Awesome, exactly. I've got 4 different food groups, lots of fruits and vegetables. That's going to be a good, nutritious meal for me to get me fired up for the rest of the day. Thanks for helping me figure it out. Okay, friends, now that we've had a review of My Plate, we know where all our different foods go. Let's talk about the food we're going to try today, or maybe sometime in the next couple days for you guys. All right, time to guess and see if we can figure out which of these is our fruit or vegetable of the month today. So for all you detectives out there who think you can sleuth this out on your own, I'm going to put all the hints up on the screen right now. If you need an adult to come help you read them, go ahead and grab them and you can press pause. Otherwise, here is your first hint. Your first hint is that this fruit or vegetable likes to grow in Maine. So unlike our tropical fruits that only grow in places that are warm year-round, this is a fruit or vegetable that can grow in Maine, and we harvest it and eat it during the spring and summer months. Very good. So we know from our tropical fruit lesson that grapefruit and coconut like to grow in places that are warm year-round, right? So they wouldn't like it in Maine. All right, next hint is that this fruit or vegetable holds seeds inside of it. So it is the fruit part of the plant. So we could call it a fruit, or we could call it a vegetable because we might think of it more like a vegetable, the way it tastes and what we do with it. Exactly. So we know that onions and carrots grow underground. They aren't the fruit part. And that leafy thing is called chard. And chard is the leaf part of the plant, not the fruit part, and it doesn't have seeds inside it either. All right, your next hint is that this fruit/vegetable likes to grow on vines. It can grow really tall up fences. Also, this is a picture of what this plant looks like before it grows the part that we like to eat. Does anyone recognize it? Awesome. So we know that apples grow on trees, and jalapeno peppers grow on pretty short bushes. They don't grow on vines either. So we are left with a snap pea. Awesome job, detectives! awesome job guessing. So peas are another one of Miss Becca's favorite foods. Now, what food group do we think those are in? Right? If we look at my plate, our tropical fruit was a fruit, our pineapple was a fruit, but where does a pea go? We know it has seeds inside. We can see them right here, those little bumps. But it also kind of seems like a vegetable. We eat it like a vegetable. So it can go in either food group. It is the fruit part of the plant, but we eat it more like a vegetable. So it can go in either food group. So peas are really cool because they grow kind of in a unique way. So I thought I would take you out to my garden and I'll show you how my peas are growing. So peas start as a little seed. Tiny, 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 as big as my fingernail. And then we put them in the soil and we water them and we let the sun shine on them. And then eventually they poke up and they start to grow little leaves. And then they send out these little vines or tendrils that like to climb a fence. They like to climb, 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 climb. And then when they get tall enough, they make this beautiful flower that looks like this. Then from where that flower was, grows this pea. And then what do you think we find if we open up the pea? Let's try one. Let's open up one of our peas. So if we open up our pea, inside are little tiny seeds. And this seed will eventually, if we dry it, it will turn into this little seed that I planted in the ground this spring that we just saw how it grew into a plant. Very cool, huh? So a pea is in a group that we call pod vegetables, and that's because they grow their seeds inside a pod. So inside that shell is called a pod, is where the seeds live. So what else can you think of that grows in a pod? How about a bean? A green bean, very good. So green beans also have a pod, and inside here are their little seeds that we could plant and make a new plant. And another thing they have in common with peas is that they can grow upwards on a vine. Has anyone ever read Jack and the Beanstalk? Yeah, their vines can get really tall. So that's a pod vegetable. Another pod vegetable that might be familiar to a lot of you, and maybe some of you have never seen, is this. Does anyone know what this is? Yeah, this is called okra. And okra also has seeds inside. And it can be used in soups or stews or stir fries or eaten fresh. It can be used in a lot of different ways. And it grows its seeds inside. And that's where we get our seeds to plant in the ground and grow a new plant for next year. All right, friends, I think it's time to try something together. So, just like last time, if you have peas in your house, you can go get a pea. If you have green beans in your house, maybe go get a green bean. If you have okra, maybe you could try okra. Maybe you have something else that's a pod vegetable, maybe a canned bean. Or maybe you have frozen peas or canned peas. Or maybe you have something that's green that you want to try with me. Or maybe you have something in your house that's a brand new fruit or vegetable and you've been waiting for a good time to try it. This would be a good time to try it together. So, just like last time, if there's something you think you want to try, go ask a family member, make sure that's okay. And if you need help opening a can or anything like that, ask them for help. And you can pause your video, and I will wait right here, and we'll do a taste test together. Did everybody wash their hands? If you didn't wash your hands, go wash your hands now. Remember, we use warm, soapy water, and we scrub for at least 20 seconds. That's the same as singing to yourself, happy birthday, 2 times in a row. So if you didn't wash your hands, go do that now. Put your video on pause and come back and we'll do a taste test. If you did wash your hands, stay with me. We're ready to try something. So I am going to try a pea today. So there are snap peas. There are snow peas. There's lots of different kinds of peas. So this one is called a snow pea. See how it's kind of flat? Snap peas are more circular. If you look at it like this, it'd be more of a circle, where this one's more flat. So I have a snow pea, and snow peas you can just eat right by themselves. If you have a snap pea, you might want to take the end that isn't pointy like this. It might have a little flower shape on it, or maybe a little stem. You're going to take that, snap it backwards, and there'll be a little string. Oh, my snow pea did it too. There'll be a little string that comes off like that. It's kind of cute. It looks like a tendril from the plant. So that part is a little chewy. We'll take that off. Ready? On the count of 3, let's try it. 1, 2, 3. Ooh, that is very crunchy. It feels crunchy, and it sounds crunchy. What do you taste? I taste it's juicy and a little bit sweet. And very fresh feeling. Feels like it just came out of the garden. Very cool. All right, thumbs up if we like it. If we tried it, whatever you tried. Thumbs aside if we're in between. Thumbs down if nothing's not my favorite. I loved it. But remember, if you didn't like it, maybe you would like it better frozen. Or maybe you'd like it better canned. Or maybe you'd like it better mixed in with something. Like when I made my lunch, it had lots of different things in it. And sometimes we like foods, fruits and vegetables, better when they're mixed with other things. So try it a different way. The other great thing about peas is that besides being what I think is a really delicious fruit or vegetable, they also are so good for our bodies. So does anyone remember what vitamin A does for us? Very good. Vitamin A is good for our eyes. We put on our little superhero goggles. Does anyone remember what vitamin C does for us? Exactly. Vitamin C is our defense shield, so it protects us from getting sick, and it's good for our immune system. Does anybody remember what fiber does? Exactly. Fiber keeps us full. So peas have all three of those things: vitamin A, vitamin C, and fiber. So they are super healthy snack. I could keep snacking on them for a long time. I might actually add these to my lunch plate. And I know that I'm getting a delicious treat, but I'm also getting something that helps my body be the best it can be and gives me the energy to go out and play whenever I get the chance to play. Don't forget that in addition to trying new fruits and vegetables, we also know that we need to keep our bodies moving. So down below is a link that some of my friends and I made of us doing a virtual relay race. And you can do all these pieces of the relay race at home with things that you have at home. And it might be a fun way to spend the day with your family, or maybe you have some friends or some brothers and sisters that would want to do it with you.
Of course, just be creative and have fun. That's the end of our obstacle course. I hope it gave you some ideas to get outside and move your body. And then you can celebrate with a drink of water and a high five.
So remember that we want to get 60 minutes of activity, of moving our body every day to make sure that we're staying healthy and strong and keeping our brains strong. And I will see you hopefully in the fall, and I'm looking forward to it. And I hope that some of you have something to share with me that's a brand new fruit or vegetable that you've tried over the summer vacation. Have a lot of fun, and I'll see you in a couple months.